Well, a good Monday to you. The NFL's wildcard weekend wraps up tonight in Glendale, Arizona with the Vikings and Rams. Things went pretty much as predicted over the weekend with the higher-seeded home teams winning, except for last night's game as Washington upset Tampa Bay on a last-second field goal, winning 23-20. Houston advanced with a dominant 32-12 win over the Chargers, picking off LA quarterback Justin Herbert 4 times. Baltimore rushed for nearly 300 yards in a 28-14 win over Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Buffalo dominated Denver in all 3 phases in a 31-7 victory in front of the Bills Mafia. Eagles were flying high in a 22-10 win over the Packers. The Rams and Vikings game, that's on ESPN and ABC tonight. Well, the stage is set for the next Monday's College Football Playoff National Championship following Notre Dame's thrilling last-second win over Penn State in the Orange Bowl Thursday. Ohio State took down Texas Friday in the Cotton Bowl 28-14. Fighting Irish and the Buckeyes will meet in Atlanta a week from tonight. That'll be at 4:30 on ESPN. Seattle Kraken played back-to-back games over the weekend on the road in NHL action. It started off well Saturday afternoon in a 6-2 win over the Buffalo Sabres with Joey Daccord stopping 33 of 35 shots on goal. Detroit turned the tables on Seattle, however, Sunday, slapping 6 goals on the board before the Kraken responded with 2 goals too late. Coach Dan Bylsma and defenseman Adam Larson were disappointed in the effort on the back end of 2 games in 2 days.
You know, it's a back-to-back game. We knew it was going to be one where we had to pay close attention to the details and close attention to you know, our habits in the game, and it just wasn't there. So we talked about it. You know, we talked about it in between periods. We talked about it going forward in the game, and it wasn't good enough. It wasn't a good enough start from our team. It wasn't good enough paying attention to the details and habits of our game, and you know, that's on us.
We didn't look ready. We weren't ready. Made some not smart decisions out there, and then we got too far behind in the game, and yeah, I mean, starts like that, it's going to be a tough time winning games.
Are there ways you can pull yourself out of that, or do you just have to try and grind through and find goals where you can?
Yeah, I mean, I hope we believe until the end, but I mean, it's just a bad start. That was frustrating for sure.
Seattle remains on the road Tuesday with a game in Pittsburgh. That'll be at 4 o'clock on Kong TV. Well, checking the college basketball scoreboard from the weekend, Eastern Washington edged Sacramento State Saturday 65-54. Gonzaga beat back Washington State 88-75. Washington fell to Michigan yesterday 91-75. On the women's scoreboard, Gonzaga beat Washington State 69-61. Eastern Washington topped Sacramento State 89-80. Haley Van Lith, how about it, had a team high 22 points in TCU's 69-43 win over Texas Tech. Washington fell to Michigan State Sunday 80-68. Home ice didn't help the Wild much over the weekend in Western Hockey League play. Wenatchee battled back and forth with Victoria Friday night, eventually falling 5-2. Austin Andrade had the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Looks to drop it off. Dropped it with Trembecki ahead for Isogai. One on the goalie. Backhand. And a save made by Brendan G. Left wing circle. Skip pass over for Seitz. Seitz brings it through. One-timer. Rios. He scores! 6 seconds left on the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning power play. Looking to clear this one out off the draw. To the left point for Veerhoff. Slings one toward the net. Save made. Scrambled through. They score, and this game is tied. 19 seconds left. Trying to jam it out is Saab. Out to the right point. Wilson sends one on. Redirected. They score. A shot from Wilson, and it looked like Cole Reshney, who's taken high fives from everybody, got a redirect on it. He did. Back out, got a tip. Spencer trying to corral this one. They go 2-on-3. Wild bring it in. Spencer tugged off the chance. Push to the end boards. We'll get another. This one's in the net after all. It's in. They score. We're tied. How did it get in? It's Dawson Seitz with Miskey. Kipke with a chance, deflected in front, reaching out, sprawling, it's in the net, they push it home and score. It's a 3-2 game, Victoria. From Lazowski, Wild bring it over the line, McMillan's on time, wrist shot batted down, and a save made. Who's got the rebound? Lopin in high slot gets there first. Long stretch, he scores. On the end boards, Verhoff, down to 45 seconds to play in the third period. Up the right wing to Lazowski, and he scores from the top of the face-off circle to make it 5-2.
Spokane washed Wenatchee out Saturday night during Guns and Hoses night, 12-2. Not a lot of happiness for Austin Drade in his call.
Sauced across for Catton. Sent it back door. One-timer from the circle, and Crystal hammers it home and scores. 1-1. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning power play is over as Weinstein races off to the bench. McMillan, his shot, pinballs away. Stepping onto the ice is Crystal. Rink-wide toss. Goes to Catton. In front, one-timer. They score. It's Shea Van Olm. Backdoor bang-in. Chiefs lead. Oremba brings it ahead. Mannix stays with him. Sharp angle, and he goes glove side and beats Brendan G to make it 3-0. In over the line. Seitz right point to the hash marks for Rios. Doesn't have a shot. Back for Seitz, and again for Rios, looking for a shot again. Sent back door, wrist shot, they score! Miles Cooper! Crystal fading into a shot, sends it back door, looking for a tap in, they get it. And the Chiefs score. Van Olm was right at the goal line, and he snuck behind Brendan G. And Seitz trying to get in on the back shoulder and work his man into the boards. As Cohen Harris plays it back to the left point, sent on by Mays, and they score. To Corral, and a couple of those rebounds have been especially long ones as well. Those are tough to make something happen on. To be fair, Catton in front, slips it through, he scores. A shake to the right and a wrist shot from the left of the season. Sherbina over the blue line. Preston almost lifted the puck away from him. Sherbina, top corner, he scores! Crystal, top of the zone. Sends it through the circle. Back for Crystal, he scores. Back out high, wrist shot for Harrington. Doesn't go, blocked in front. They pitch it home with Oremba and score, and it's 8-2. Time of the goal, 18-13 was Oremba. Rolls it out for Preston. Back for Crampton. One-timer, it trickles through. They score, and it looked like either Redmond or it might have been Oremba over on the other side. Swings it across. Caught at the blue line. Crystal looking for a shot. Back door. They score with Van Olm at the end of the power play. And Spokane has reached 10. Through the skates, found some help with Berkeley. Catton thrown into the hash mark boards with Friesen. And the Wild able to sling it out to center. Mays works it for Crampton. Sneaking pass goes to Crystal. Looks for a shot. Glove side, he scores. Low along the ice. Closed on Brendan G. 4 tonight, 7 for 10 at the moment for Alex Garrett. Chance from the right wing is stopped up. Sarkinov punches in the second chance, and he scores.
Wenatchee's back on home ice this Friday against Lethbridge. That'll be at 7 o'clock. Let's take a look at the prep basketball scoreboard over the weekend. Beginning on Friday, the Moses Lake boys edged Eastmont 82-77. Ike topped Wenatchee 71-65. Toppenish edged Ephrata. Casimir had no trouble with Waloop. Tonasket toppled Omak. Chelan beat Manson. Okanagan was in the 90s again over Colville. Lake Roosevelt beat Bridgeport. Liberty Bell banged Brewster. Thorpe got by Easton. Moses Lake Christian bounced Oroville. Waterville Mansfield down Patera. Soap Lake edged Aniat. Girls play Friday. Eastmont picked up its 7th straight win, 46-33 over Moses Lake. Ike kept Wenatchee winless. Toppenish throttled Ephrata. Casimir walloped Walook. Tonasket topped Omak. Chelan more than doubled up Manson. Okanagan edged Colville. Lake Roosevelt beat Bridgeport. Brewster hammered Liberty Bell. Aniat edged Soap Lake. Waterville Mansfield down Pateras 50-31. One of Saturday's games was broadcast here on the NCWLIFE channel as Davis beat Eastmont in boys play 79-49. West Valley topped Moses Lake. Prosser popped Quincy. Chelan edged Casimir by 1. Omak settled Kettle Falls. Okanagan followed up a 96-point performance on Friday with 94 Saturday and a big win over the Shockers. The Lakeside boys beat Brewster 69-36. Eastmont girls hung with Davis for a quarter before the Pirates took over, winning at 77-48. Moses Lake managed just 13 points in a loss to West Valley. Prosser Rosser pounded Quincy. Casimir had no trouble with Chelan. Kettle Falls edged Domac. Brewster topped Lakeside. Waterville Mansfield down Okanagan by 39. Oroville edged Jenkins Chewelah. The next broadcast for the NCW Life channel will be this Saturday. Wenatchee hosts Eastmont. Grant Olson with the courtside play-by-play. The girls at 4:30, the boys at 6 o'clock. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Monday.